everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. In today's Pick a Card reading, our topic is changes in your life that you will love. Once you choose your card, you can find the timestamps below, which will take you directly to your reading. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Please remember that is the only way to book a session with me. If anyone ever reaches out to you, just know that that is not me. Okay. Spirit, our topic is changes in your life that you will love. Can we have a card for pile number 1, please? Can we have a card for pile number 2, please? Can we have a card for pile number 3, please? Pile number 1, you have self-esteem, and you have the African turquoise. Pile number 2, you have letting go, and you have the Chrysocolla. Pile number 3, you have freedom, and you have the green fluorite. Please take as long as you need choosing your card or cards, and I'll see you in your readings. Hello, pile number 1. You have the African turquoise, and your card is self-esteem, and it's number 37. And what I'm getting from this card, when we look at changes in your life that you will love, I'm getting a sense that you have been held back in your life because of how you feel about yourself, how you feel about your skills or your talents or your abilities. It seems like something's been holding you back, and I'm sensing that there's a breakthrough. Okay, something like the strings that are tying you down here. You see that? There's strings tying you down. I feel like those are being cut, and it's almost like you're being cut loose so that you can pursue something, so that you can try to accomplish something, so that you can see that not only are you worthy of accomplishing these things, but your skills, your talent, your intellect, whatever it is, will help you get there. Okay, there's you see the birds here? There's freedom coming in to release you from something that's been holding you back. Now, for some of you, this could be a relationship that held you back. You know, maybe you were in a type of relationship where you started to forget who you really are. You lost your sense of self. Your self-esteem kind of went down. Some of you may have been in a job where you were made to feel very uncomfortable. You felt like you weren't good enough. You felt like you didn't fit in, and it really started to wear on your self-esteem. It could be, you know, something that family has said to you. It could be where you're living. It could be maybe you want to change something about your appearance. Maybe your self-esteem is low because you feel like you're not in shape, or you want to change your hair, or, you know, something like that. Whatever it is, I'm seeing that your self-esteem is going to be rising, and changes are going to be happening in your life, which is then going to allow you to move forward, because I'm feeling right now that you're feeling kind of stuck and weighed down and not happy, and, you know, kind of wondering about your future, wondering if anything will ever change for you. And it absolutely is going to change for you, because that's exactly what we're looking at today. Okay, so let's look at your oracle cards. What can you tell us for pile number 1, please? I think these two want to come out. Okay. So we have golden shadow, discover deep dreams and desires. Do you see what I'm talking about here? This is basically the energy that I felt here. So you're how do I want to say this? I feel like you're realizing some talent that you have, that you're worthy of going after your dreams, making something happen, changes in your life. I feel like you're realizing your inner truth. Okay, like this says truth right here. I don't know if you can see that, but it says truth. And I feel like that's exactly what's happening that's leading you to these changes. You're going from a place of your self-esteem not being the greatest. And I say that because you're tied here to a thought process that doesn't belong to you, okay? And the way that these people look here, they're not bursting with great self-esteem, but that's what's changing. Okay, you have the birds here, so that's changing. And I feel like someone said something to you, or it has something to do with the environment that you've been in that has really hurt your self-esteem, your self-worth. And that's all changing. And you're gonna find a way, it's like you're finding the answers, you're finding the truth, you're finding like your self-worth. You're starting to realize that whatever you've been told or what you told yourself, it's not true, okay? And then we have self-awareness, observe from a balanced perspective. I mean, these cards literally are meant for you. I don't know how to express how fully these cards go with what I was saying with this first card here. So observe from a balanced perspective. I feel that your observations of yourself, of your talents, you're not seeing it from an objective point of view. You're seeing it from a lens that is not how other people will see it or see you. And there's a shift that's happening where you're going to realize that you have what it takes to make changes in your life. And I feel that the more you start stepping into these changes, the more you're going to believe in yourself, the more you're going to believe in your idea, the more you won't be scared anymore or afraid to take a chance or a leap of faith or whatever it is that's going on with you. And you're going to fully embrace these changes and you're going to love it. Okay. What else can you tell us for pile number 1, please? Changes pile number 1 will love. Okay. Oh, very interesting. The further gate, bold step forward. This is what I've been talking about. Okay, so bold, taking a bold step, going forward with something, going through barriers, knocking barriers down, going through changes, believing in yourself, believing in your ideas, believing in what it is that you want to accomplish here. And look, the gate is open, okay? There's a gate back here, but there's a gate right here that is open. So you know what I'm seeing? I am literally seeing somebody like kick the gate open, with like this power kick saying, I'm not going to be stuck anymore. I'm going to open this gate. I'm going to go forward and I'm going to make things happen. That's how I feel. I feel like you're finding some kind of internal answer. You're getting some kind of different perspective and you're getting your strength back. I feel like something kind of took you down. This could be like, it could be an illness. It could be a medical issue that you had that you're overcoming, a bad relationship, a bad breakup, a connection to family that was kind of holding you back, maybe Maybe your family expected you to go into this certain career and you didn't want to do that, and you wanted to break away, and you became, you know, like the black sheep, and you wanted to pursue something on your own, but you just became really beaten down by somebody telling you that that's not what you're supposed to be doing or something like that. You know, any of these things, I feel like you've been beaten down by life, by experiences, something like that. And what Spirit is showing me here is that that is what is changing. And you take this first step, that's going to be the hardest one. But after that, I am telling you, you're going to feel empowered and there's going to be no stopping you. What did I just tell you? I told you you're going to feel empowered, you're going to move forward, there's going to be no stopping you, and you have Dust Devil moving out of stagnation. This is exactly what I just said. Okay, now if we look at this number 15 in the traditional tarot, that's the Devil card. So you're moving past your fears, okay? I feel that there's something about, you have this fear about, I might not be good enough, or people might not like me, or I don't feel comfortable right now. I don't want to, you know, take a chance. I don't want to move forward with something. And what I'm seeing here with moving out of stagnation in bold step forward, I mean, all of your cards, you're saying enough is enough. I'm no longer going to be stuck. I'm not going to be tied down to these thoughts, to these fears. I'm going to just, you know, just go forward in spite of my fears, in spite of whatever it is that's been holding you back. You're making these changes and you're going to love it. Let's look at your tarot cards. What else can you tell us for pile number 1, please? We're looking at changes that pile number 1 will love. The Knight of Wands, you're no longer letting anything hold you back. You have so much passion, so much drive, so many ideas, so much to offer, and you're inspired. You're feeling confident again. You're getting back to yourself. And if you have any doubt that you're going to be moving toward a specific goal or dream, I have news for you. That's going to be changing. Okay, every single card that you have so far is showing me that your perception is changing and that you're starting to move forward, that this time of a lack of self-esteem is coming to an end. Now, let me point something out to you because I didn't notice this before, but this is number 37. So that 3 and 7 equals 10, right? So that means that this period of a lack of self-esteem or low self-esteem is coming to an end. Like I already pointed that out with the birds here, right? But let me point something else out to you. Bold step forward, you have 5 and 5, which equals 10, okay? This is coming to an end, and you're taking the step forward, which is going to end this period of stagnation, okay? And then your next card is moving out of stagnation. I mean, the synchronicities in your cards are just amazing. I love it. And then what do you have? You have the Knight of Wands, which is movement. Movement toward a goal. Movement toward a dream that you have. You have strength. The Strength card. This is amazing. This is what I mentioned earlier. You're gaining your strength back. Okay, this is right below self-awareness, which is number 8, which is the same number of the Strength card. You're getting your fighting spirit back. No matter what it was that made you feel like you were less than, or made you feel insecure, or made you feel like you can't accomplish your dreams, that thought process, that view of yourself is changing. And it's like I'm no longer going to accept that way that I thought about myself or the way that other people thought about me and what they said to me. It's like you're erasing that and you're moving forward. And you have the Lover's card. You're embracing yourself, you're loving yourself. Also, though, there's a lot going on here with this Lover's card. You're making a choice to stand up. You're making a choice to take a stand, right? With the Strength card right next to the Lover's card. You're making a choice to believe in yourself. And you're also making a choice to go after something that you want. So let's say, for instance, that you have, you have some idea. Let's say you're an artist or you have a hobby or something, and you're thinking like, oh, this is good, I can make something for family or friends, and I would never go public with this. And everybody who sees your work is like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? You need to do this as a career. You can make money doing this. And you're like, yeah, I don't know. Well, that's the self-esteem. It's not there yet, but that's changing. That's shifting. Maybe you want to, up-level your career, your job or something like that. And that would require you to study something or go to school or something like that. And you're saying, no, I don't think I could get through that program. It's too intense. It's too difficult. And that's changing. Your perspective is changing. I'm also seeing support all around you with this Lover's card. I'm seeing that people will really love what you have to offer. They will love what you're doing, all of this, right? Everything is there for you. You just need to take the step forward. And then we have the Five of Wands. Yeah, this is exactly what you need to overcome. So the Five of Wands, you're at a standstill because of something that's in your mind. There's kind of a back and forth in your mind with things that don't even make sense. It's like you're stuck somehow. You're at a standstill because you're not seeing your true potential. And so it's kind of like this cycle. Something like a record on repeat, or a song on repeat, something like that, but it's stuck. It's on repeat, but just one certain part of it is on repeat, and it's like you can't move forward because you keep replaying something in your mind over and over and over again. And do you see here how this person has their hand on the head, and it's like almost trying to stop something, let me stop overplaying this in my mind over and over and over and over again. And that's what I'm seeing here. So it's like this standstill is coming to an end. This is not productive, but you're taking a bold step forward away from this. And then there's freedom, there's movement, getting out of stagnation. The Tower card, absolutely. So okay, there's a couple things going on with this particular Tower card. So the Five of Wands, I talked about that, something replaying over and over and over in your mind. And then here you're sitting here just doing nothing but thinking about that particular thing over and over and over again. And then we get the Tower card, and what happens? This flash, this surge of a change in your thought process. How does this happen? I'm not quite sure. We hopefully will get more information for you as we go forward, but right now I'm not seeing that particular answer. What I'm seeing is literally overnight, your thought process changes. It's like you wake up and you say, I'm good enough. My ideas are good enough. Or maybe somebody sees a talent that you have, or someone believes in you, and that's what it takes for you to shift your perspective, okay? To take this bold step forward. So what I see falling apart here with the Tower card is the stagnation that you have in the Five of Wands. It's like a falsehood, Because with the tower, the foundation of the tower was built on some kind of falsehood or a faulty foundation, something like that. And so the foundation of how you got to this point with your self-esteem, it's not real, it's not true, it's like faulty logic, a faulty thought process that is going to be crumbling, which is the spark. This is the beginning of those changes that I'm seeing happen here. Yeah, absolutely. You have the Seven of Swords. This makes so much sense, and I absolutely love the Seven of Swords, especially with your reading, what we're talking about here. So I feel like you have imposter syndrome. You feel like everyone else could be successful doing that, but you can't be successful doing that. Or maybe you tried something in the past and it didn't work out, and now you have this false sense of, well, it didn't work out then, it's not going to work out now. Like, why would it work out now? And you've kind of, in one way or another, come to this place of, well, I guess I'm just stuck here. I guess this is just where I am. I'm going to be here, and I just need to be comfortable with that because nothing's ever going to change. Okay, but look at this. What I'm seeing with this particular Seven of Swords is this person taking the swords out of the coat here and putting them in the ground. I'm not seeing this person pick up the swords. I am seeing this person one by one taking their fears out, taking their, faulty beliefs out and putting it in the ground and releasing it. And then that is like, this is the first bold step forward. Changing your thought process and believing that you are good enough, that you can do this. That's the first step. And something happens to change your thought process. Something happens so that you believe in yourself again. And you slowly but surely start to get rid of this falsehood that you have. Okay. Look! You have the Ace of Cups. This is what I'm talking about. Okay? When you get rid of this false belief that you have about yourself or your talents or whatever it is, this is what happens. A beautiful new beginning in all areas of your life. And it's like the universe is literally saying, oh, thank you, you finally got it. Now let's get moving, okay? Because you're moving out of the stagnation. Whatever this is here, it's gone. And you're believing in yourself again. You're feeling confident again. Maybe not 100% confident, but that's okay. You'll get there, right? You're gonna get there, and you're believing in whatever this goal is, whatever this dream is that you have, and you're starting to make plans, and you're starting to actually see movement in going forward with this plan, with this idea, and you're starting to feel so much better. You're seeing changes happen, like tangible changes that you can see, you can feel. And Spirit is telling me that this is just the beginning for you. So here we have the Three of Cups. So absolutely what's happening here is there's a celebration of your accomplishments, okay? You have so far to go, so many things to accomplish, but I feel here you're celebrating taking that first step forward, taking a chance, believing in yourself, you're getting that confidence back. And other people are, what's the word I'm looking for? Confirming your new confidence. They're like, you look great, your energy is great, this idea is great, keep going forward, you've already made progress. So you have a support system around you, people who are completely different from anyone who may have helped to cause this over here, who caused this feeling within you over here. The people that are around you now is completely different. absolutely completely different for you. You have the Justice card. Yeah, there's so much balance going on in your life now. You're empowered. You have power. You are powerful. So not only have you changed the way you see things, you now have clarity. It's kind of like you have control over this now. You see things for what they really are. You see people who may have been involved over here for what they really are. I just heard some of you may have been involved with a narcissistic personality, whether that was in a romantic relationship, a friendship, a work relationship, you know, like maybe a boss or a coworker or something like that. And someone who really work to like tear down your self-esteem, that's gone. Okay, that is so far gone now, and you're thinking clearly again. You're loving yourself again. You know that you have what it takes to accomplish anything that you want to accomplish. The other thing I'm seeing here with the Justice card, this could be indicating a new job. This could be indicating moving somewhere. This could be studying something. So for some of you, that could mean actually physically going to school, or this could be learning something on your own, like, you know, pulling up tutorials or something like that online, or self-teaching yourself, something like that, right? So those are just possibilities. But what I'm seeing here is that not only is this idea, this goal that you have blossoming in your life, but so is your self-esteem, and so is like your path forward. It's just opening up for you. And here we have the Nine of Wands. So the hardest part is going to be taking that first step, picking yourself up, right? That strength that we talked about here, finding this internal strength that you felt that you lost, picking yourself up, dusting yourself off, and moving forward. So basically what I'm saying, the hardest part is going to be cutting these strings here. Okay, cutting ties to a thought process, cutting ties to a person, place, or thing. That's going to be the hardest part. I feel like it's going to be a bit painful. The length of how long you feel that pain probably depends, you know, person to person. But I'm getting the sense that one day you just wake up and you're like, enough is enough. This is not worth crying over anymore. I've detached from this person, place, or thing. I'm stronger for it. I'm moving forward. And you can kind of like see the light of day again. You see clearly. And it's just, you can breathe easier again. The Ten of Swords, it's coming to an end. I'm telling you, this is what I just said. It's going to be painful. The length of the pain, though, depends basically on you. Do you want to dwell on this for the next year, for the next month? Or do you want to take 4 days out of your life and really mourn whatever happened over here and then move on? Okay, it's your choice. I know it can be easier said than done, but that's literally like what I'm seeing in my mind. It just depends on your mindset. It depends on how much you really, really want to get away from this. But the important thing is that it's coming to an end. Okay, you have you have the Ten of Swords, the Tower card. Okay, something dramatic and drastic is happening here. Something, it's ending something. It's ending your pain. It's ending this stagnation that caused you so much pain. There's a huge breakthrough that's happening here. So let's say, for instance, if you've had some kind of, you know, ailment or something, you know, some kind of health condition or something like that, and you weren't sure what was wrong, I'm seeing with the Tower card, this flash of inspiration, somebody figuring out what's wrong, you getting the answer, you getting the right supplement, or, you know, whatever it is. That's just an example, but there's some kind of huge breakthrough that is ending this pain for you, and you're going to be moving forward. Okay, let's look at your last card. The Two of Cups. I love this. Okay, so because you have the Lovers card here and you have the Two of Cups, and I know I mentioned earlier that this situation here could be a relationship. I did mention some of you may have been involved with a narcissist, whether it was romantic, work, family, whatever. So let's just start with the example of if this whole thing here has to do with a romantic relationship. If you've been, you know, if that person, that relationship really tore down your self-esteem, and maybe you've been single for a while because you're just not over all of that yet, okay? Then what I'm seeing here in that case is that the Tower card with this breakthrough could be that maybe you meet someone out of the blue, you're really surprised, you're not feeling ready to meet someone, and all of a sudden it happens and you go through this great transformation, right? And this person is so enamored with you and just enjoys your energy and your vibe and all of that. And you're like, wow, you know, I guess the things that this person over here told me, I guess it's not really true. You start to believe in yourself again. You start to let go of these insecurities. You move forward. You're celebrating with this person. And then you have this new life with this person. Now, it's the same type of energy that's happening here. So with the Two of Cups, this, you know, breaking out of the stagnation, taking this bold step forward, believing in yourself again, believing in this idea, believing in yourself, knowing that you can accomplish this, whatever it is. Maybe you want to start a business. Maybe you want to, like I said earlier, go back to school or study something. Maybe you want a new friend group. Maybe you want to pick up and move somewhere and start all over. Whatever it is, your last card is the Two of Cups. So literally changes in your life that you will love. This is showing you how much you're going to love it. Everything starts to come together in your life. People, places, things, friends, family, you know, all of these different things start to shift, you know, because family doesn't necessarily need to be blood, right? You can develop your soul family and, you know, finding your soul tribe, all of that. And so everything starts to come together for you. Really, really, really beautifully. And it all starts with you cutting these ties to something that caused you to have a low self-esteem. Okay, so remember I talked about the number 10 here. This is coming to an end. We see that with the 10 of Swords here. It's coming to an end. So you have 3 cards here indicating number 10. Okay, and the new phase that you're going into is much more balanced with the Justice card here being number 11. Okay, much, much more balanced. So I wish you so much luck with this. And if you like this, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, pile number 2. You have the Chrysocolla, and your card is Letting Go, and it's number 28. There is something here that is holding you back. It looks to me like you had an idea of how something should have been. You had this idea that something is going to go this particular way, and it's going to be wonderful, everything's going to work out, it's going to be perfect, and then it didn't happen that way. Perhaps something came crashing down, your vision, your goal somehow was blocked, something like that. And it's like you were all ready to go. I feel like you had a plan and you didn't get to accomplish everything in that plan. Something came in and kind of picked it up and swept it away from you, okay? And you see here in this balloon, there's like a vision of this person, and it's like these are either bars or like a window that's opening. So either like in a prison cell, bars that are opening, or a window that is opening. And it's what this is telling me is that you need a different perspective. You need to understand that letting go of whatever this is that you're holding so tightly onto, it's holding you back. There was a reason why this did not happen, why this did not come to fruition. A certain part of it was not meant for you, okay? I'm feeling like you were being protected from something, even though it looked perfect on the surface. It looked like this is what you've been waiting for your whole life, or like your goal is finally happening, your vision is finally happening. There was something that you were unaware of where it would have become the opposite of what you wanted, so you're actually being protected. And Spirit is saying, it's time to let this go. It's time to move on to bigger and better things. It is time. And once you do that, you're going to love the changes that you see in your life, and you're actually going to end up in a much better place than you would have if you would have stayed with this. So number 28, so 2 and 8 equals 10, which is telling me that this is the time to let something go, because there's literally something else that's waiting to blossom in your life, but it can't come in until you let this go. Okay, now let's look at your other oracle cards. What else can you tell us for pile number 2, please? I feel like these two need to come out. Resistance, obstacles to your flow. That's what I just talked about, isn't it? So number 14 is the Temperance card in the traditional tarot. And what the Temperance card talks about is things flowing together, having all of the magical ingredients, and things just flow. There's healing with that energy. There's a sense of balance, and just the opposite, quite the opposite of resistance, right? And so what this is telling me is that being stuck here, holding on so tightly to something that's it's what Spirit just told me is that this particular vision is not going to materialize, okay? And I hate to say that, because I feel like it's going to be so painful to hear that. But, you know, I'm telling you what I'm seeing, telling you what Spirit is telling me. And as painful as this is going to be, letting go of this is going to open the door for something even better to come along. Okay, so the obstacles, this is the obstacle that we're talking about in this card, okay? Shadow song, hear your soul song. You're not hearing your soul song right now. You're hearing the, okay, so let me put it this way. Let's say that you had expectations for, let's say, a relationship. And in this, you know, you had all these big expectations. You saw the potential of this person, and you saw the potential of this relationship, or it could even be a job. You saw the potential that you could have if you got this job, okay? But what you weren't seeing is the actuality of the situation. You were seeing the potential. You were seeing, like, for instance, when we go back to the relationship example, you were seeing how you would act if you were the other person. Because you feel this connection, you feel this energy, and if you were the other person, you would put effort into this connection. If you were the employer, you would hire you because you know that this is your dream job, right? But the universe has stepped in and said, no, this is not what's best for you, whatever your situation is. And so with Shadow Song here and Hear Your Soul Song, because you're so focused on what you don't have or what fell apart, you're creating resistance to your flow and to your soul song. So you're meant to have better than what this situation was, but you can't hear that when you're only focused on this. Okay, so what Spirit is saying here is that it doesn't look like it right now. You probably can't see it right now, but letting go of this is going to do you so much good, and you're going to love what happens in your life after you let go. Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 2, please? Changes in pile number 2's life that they will love. Joyful muse and inspiration. You're not inspired right now. You're so stuck over here. You're not seeing the potential of other situations. Now, I am noticing something that I want to talk about before I continue on with this card. So first of all, this is number 33. So things are going to be coming together, like we talked about here with the Temperance card. I'm like drawing a blank here. You know, we talked about things coming together with the Temperance card, like this perfect balance of energy. So we're seeing that here with number 33. The other thing that I'm seeing that I did not notice earlier, you have number 14 here and you have number 41 here. So what that's telling me is that things are being reversed, okay? Where I don't know exactly how to say this so that you can understand what I'm seeing here. It's kind of like this vision that you had here. There was something faulty going on here, but what's happening with these two numbers here is that this faulty vision is being reversed into something that's actually what is good for you. So here you thought it was good for you, but it really wasn't, which was one side. But as soon as you let go of being stuck and tied down to this, then it flips, and then you get what you actually wanted, only probably better. So you think that letting go, you're going to lose everything, but actually letting go brings you to exactly what you wanted in this original situation. It's just a little bit different because there was something faulty over here. Does that make any sense? And so once that happens, you have freedom here. Look at the joy here and the freedom and this flow of energy. This is a very happy card, okay? So you're coming back to yourself. You're no longer tied down by this idea of the way things had to be, okay? And then there's movement forward. And you're going to love it. It's literally joyful muse, okay? And we're talking about changes in your life that you're going to love. So you're going to feel so much lighter and so much brighter. Let me see. I think we're supposed to take this card. Okay. Whale song resonating. Yeah, this makes so much sense because I'm telling you, you would have gotten further into this situation and you would have found out that you made a mistake, or you were in this situation and you were feeling a lot of resistance and you were feeling like, you know, something's not right here, but you were so stuck on the idea that it had to be this way that you wouldn't let go of it, even though it was no longer resonating with you, okay? So here with whale song and resonating, as you let go of this new idea where you land, it's going to resonate with you. It's like, it's a breath of fresh air. It just works. It's so much better than this over here. So just keep that in mind as you go forward, that the vibration, the energy, because here I'm getting vibration with resonating. I'm getting energy with the music that, you know, could be played here. there's something of the energy that's happening, that's coming through. It's so much more like synergistic, and it's so much easier than where you are over here. Okay. What else can you tell us for pile number 2, please? Changes in pile number 2's life that they will love. I feel like this one on the bottom needs to come out. You have the 8 of Pentacles. Let's set these over here. Okay. So the 8 of Pentacles. Look at this person, look at this owl polishing this pentacle. It's, oh, okay. Okay, let me think how to put this into words. So you had this idea over here, right? What Spirit is showing me here is that the this is hard to, okay. The original idea, so let's say that the original idea is a relationship or a job, okay, whatever your situation is. And these are just examples. It doesn't have to be either one. I'm just trying to figure out a way to explain this. And so you wanted a relationship, okay? And maybe you found one, but then it ended up there was something not right with it, and it may have been okay for a time, but you weren't supposed to go forward with it. Or maybe you almost had that job, your dream job, and then it fell through. Okay. So the original concept of wanting a relationship or wanting a job, it's still there. So the original basis, the original idea is still there. Okay. But the particular person, place, or thing that was attached to that original idea over here, that wasn't meant to be. Now, that, and you're holding on to it for dear life, or you're holding on to, like, you can't move past it because you're like, well, that was the only job that I wanted. There's no other job that I can get that would match up to that one. But what this 8 of Pentacles is showing me here is that you're still holding on to the, or you can cut ties with this, but you can still have the original idea. It's just going to look a little bit different because having it over here was not meant for you. Now look at what's up here. Look down here. This is your original idea, and look at what's happening up here. These pentacles are shining. This one's not. This one, this owl is dusting off, okay? There's more opportunities that are going to be coming in for you, but they can't come in until you let go of this here. These new opportunities, they're going to inspire you to be your best self, and they're going to resonate with you so much more. Okay, I think I explained that. Hopefully you understood it. Okay. The High Priestess, yeah, I'm telling you, there's something that you could not see over here. And some of you saw it, but you were ignoring it, saying, well, I just want this so bad, I'm going to ignore the red flags. I'm just going to somehow make it work. Well, Spirit was like, no, if you are going to ignore it, we're going to remove it from you, or we're just going to remove it from you altogether before you get involved with this too much. So you cannot see it, or maybe you do, but you were ignoring your intuition about it, okay? There's a reason why. And the reason is because it would have been one of the biggest obstacles in your life had you gone forward with that particular thing. Okay. Let's see what we have after this. So we have the 7 of Wands. So this is a different perspective. See, I'm really feeling like at some point in time, what these cards together are telling me is that once you cut ties with this, once you move forward, once you step into where you're supposed to be, you will either understand and see a fault that was over here and come to terms with that and say, oh yeah, yeah, you know, now I understand that definitely wasn't meant for me. Or you will be so immersed in how wonderful things are over here that you will just completely let this go and not think about it again. Okay, you're getting a different perspective. So what you're not seeing here in the High Priestess, you're seeing it here. Things are making sense now. Okay. The Ten of Pentacles. I'm just looking at all these different owls. There's some, okay, give me 1 second here. There's some kind of energy coming through here. It's looking at things differently. It's kind of like coming out of hiding, out of stagnation. Because you see this here, it's like a den or something where you could be hiding. I'm feeling like hermit vibes, like you're coming out of that. You're seeing things from this different perspective. You're seeing the light of day. You're seeing the truth of the situation over here. And what I'm seeing with the Ten of Pentacles is that there are multiple opportunities waiting for you when you extract yourself from this thought process, from this person, place, or thing over here, okay? And what you have here is so much better. You would not have been able to reach this level over here. So let's say, for instance, because it's the Pentacles, if this was a job over here and you were thinking, oh, this is going to be great, this is like a great stepping stone for me, I can get my foot in the door here, and then I can, you know, get that promotion that I want, I can become the manager or the director or whatever it is. This is just an example, right? That was a falsehood. That's what you wanted to happen, but for one reason or another, it wouldn't have happened that way. Like, you wouldn't have made the money that you thought you were going to make there. Something was false, but you're going to make that money with this new thing. You're going to find a better relationship. You're going to find a better place to live, whatever it is that your particular situation, it's so much better. Okay. And we have the King of Cups. You have the King of Cups, which talks about balance, and with number 14 over here, that's referencing this card is not literally representing the Temperance card. I mean, maybe it is, but anyway, in this reading for me, it is. So you have this balance, this dynamic that's happening. You're seeing things from a different perspective. You're feeling, once you detach yourself from this, you're seeing things differently. You're finding a better level of success. Things are resonating with you better, like the vibrations are different, the people around you, the people, places, and things around you, everything's different, and you're feeling very secure in the fact that this came to an end. So you're feeling very secure in that. You're feeling like it was meant to happen that way. You just have this different perspective, and you're really enjoying your success. It's so much more balanced. It's like, also there's something about your intuition where you're saying, either now you can see looking back, yeah, that situation wouldn't have been good for me, or you're saying, yeah, I know I ignored some red flags and I'm not going to do that again. Okay, yeah, you have the Seven of Cups here. So it's all about perspective. There's something with this opportunity, with this person, place, or thing over here. It was not what it appeared to be on the surface. You would have gotten in there, you would have peeled back the layers, and you would have had regret. You would have had regret. You would have felt like you wasted your time. It would not have worked out. There's something about it is, it's like a falsehood. It's like, You know what it is? I'm seeing like someone being catfished, kind of, you know, like if you're on like the dating app or something and someone has a picture of themselves and, you know, they look pretty good. And then you meet them in person and you're like, wait a minute, that picture you posted was like you 20 years ago, or like, something like that, like very, very drastic. And it's just, you would have seen it and it all would have just kind of like crumbled. Like I'm seeing like the sand here in the King of Cups, like if you hold the sand, but then you open your hand and it all just kind of falls through your fingers. That's what I'm seeing here with this idea. It just, or this thing over here. Something was so wrong with it. It just, no. So not only are you going to land in a better place by letting this go, but you're no longer going to want to hold on to this. You're going to be like, ew. You know, like when you think about it, you'll just like, let's say for instance that this thought, imagine this thought being in your hand and you would just be like, ew, I don't want to hold that anymore. You want to just get rid of it and not think about it again. But that's not going to happen until you recognize that you need to cut this out of your life and let it go. Then we have the Knight of Cups. Yeah, so the first step is letting this go. The second step is you going toward these changes in your life that you're gonna love. It's so much better for you. It's bigger and better things are on the horizon for you. All you have to do is just start moving away from this, okay? Like I said earlier, you can still have the original concept. It's just that original concept with different people, with a different place, with a different thing or situation. Okay, so you're not giving up on this idea altogether, or I should say you don't have to give up on this idea altogether. You just need to let go of the way that it looked here. Okay? The King of Pentacles. I mean, look at this energy. You have the King of Pentacles, you have the King of Cups. So you're getting your power back, okay? You're calling your power back in. There's a lot of growth. So I almost feel like this was some kind of learning lesson for you. It gave you perspective. It kind of in some way gave you a sense of strength in recognizing red flags, or, you know, recognizing when something isn't to your highest good, recognizing that you don't want to settle for less than what you deserve, and also recognizing that you can make mistakes in your life, or you can, you know, have a vision, and sometimes you need to tweak that vision a little bit, but that doesn't mean you need to give up on that whole idea. You can still accomplish your goals, and you will accomplish your goals here. Okay, so it's like learning how to navigate through these challenges in your life, and still coming out on top, but coming out even better than you would have before. The Ace of Cups. Okay. Letting go of this particular situation leads to something new, and it's almost like simultaneously you let go of this and then something new comes in. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here, because I'm seeing that something is ready to hatch, something's ready to be born, someone's ready to walk into your life, a job opportunity, a romantic partner, something is ready for you. Oh, I love this. Look at what I'm seeing here. I knew I'd seen this before. This is kind of like that den that I was talking about right here, okay? So there's something that you're not seeing, right, with the High Priestess. So something you're not seeing with this situation over here, but you're also not seeing what's ahead if you let go of this and move forward, because it's in here. It's like in the den. It's very protected, okay, because look at all the owls here standing outside of the den. So your original idea, the original concept, the original thing that you wanted, it's being protected in here. Now we're seeing inside, and you can see this thing is hatching. It's going to bring you so much happiness, so much joy, but you need to recognize that you need to let this go in order to get this, okay? So interesting, your cards. It's just, like, I'm getting chills right now because how everything's lining up here. Okay. And then you have the Ace of Swords. I mean, do you see what's happening here? So here with the Seven of Cups, we talked about part of this was not good for you, but the original concept was good for you. It was just the particulars of this that were not. You recognize that, you break free, you move forward. You're moving forward here with the Knight of Cups, okay? You're not letting this hold you back anymore. You're heading toward the King of Pentacles, this great accomplishment here. Then you have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So you're starting to think about things differently. You're realizing that all is not lost, that you can still have what you wanted. It's just going to look a little bit different than the way it was turning out over here. So you're getting clarity, you're moving forward, and you're finding ways to reestablish the original idea, okay? New thoughts, new ideas, new people, places, and things are coming into your life. Wow, and now you have the Temperance card, which is exactly what I was talking about with your very first Oracle card over here. These things that are coming into your life, they match your energy. They are at least as high as your energy, if not higher, okay? So let's say that you are, you know, still looking for a job. You thought you had the perfect job over here, but it wasn't. Well, here, this new job is coming in that will appreciate you, that will allow you to grow, that will allow you to reach that management level, or that being that director, or, you know, whatever it is. I'm just using examples, right? And you will be around people who will be at least as good as you, if not higher than you, so that you can learn from them, like maybe a mentor or something like that. And this is just an example. You know, I'm not saying that everybody watching this had a work situation going on here. This is just an example to give you an idea of what I'm seeing here. So the energy that's coming through here with the Temperance card is there's great balance, there's comfort, things are flowing again, you feel so much better, so much lighter, and you just want to continue moving forward, and you're going to love where you end up. Yeah, the Death card, absolutely. So there's death, rebirth, transformation. This here is coming to an end. You're finally feeling free. This resistance, the obstacles here are coming to an end if you choose to let go of this. And new opportunities are coming in, new balance. And what's so interesting is the Death card is number 13, Temperance is number 14. So do you see the synchronicities happening here? Something has to come to an end so that something better can come together. That is what I see here. I wish you so much luck with this transition. It's all going to work out for you. If you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, pile number 3. You have the green fluorite, and your card is Freedom. This is a very interesting card. The energy that I'm getting from this card is that something's holding you back from your true potential, okay? And the key to this is changing this situation, okay? And as we're talking today, changes in your life that you will love. So you will love the freedom that you get from breaking away from this situation. So this situation that's creating a cloud in your life and a rainstorm in your life could be anything, right? This could be a relationship, this could be a job, this could be like a lack of skills that you feel you have in your life. This could be where you're living. Maybe you're not resonating with the energy where you're living. You need to make this change. Something in your life right now has a hold on you, but you're very powerful. You have the power. You have the ability to exit the situation and literally like see the sun shining after the storm. So I feel like there's what needs to happen is walking away from something, but at the same time letting the rain cleanse you and cleanse your energy of the situation. And I feel you're walking right toward these flowers here, where the saying, spring showers brings flowers, or is that how it goes? Something like that, right? I feel like that's what's happening here. And I truly feel you're gonna love these changes that happen. I mean, that's what we're looking at today, right? But I really feel it. Things are gonna get so much better for you. Okay. The wounded child, healing trauma makes the world feel safer. Exactly. That's what I was talking about. That first you're moving away and then you need to let the rain cleanse you. So something that happened over here seemed to cause some sort of trauma or kind of made you feel like you're stuck in the mud here. Like it's going to take a lot of effort to extract yourself from this particular situation. But the thing is, you're not stuck. Freedom is there for you. You just need to put in the effort to walk away from it, okay? And look at this energy on this card, okay? Once you walk away from this, you get your color back, okay? Look at these flowers, how pretty they are, and how they match the colors here in your first oracle card up on top. You're gonna get your spark back once you leave this situation. Okay, I feel like this one wanted to come out too. Compassion, co-creating space for passionate inclusion. You are meant, you're meant for better than what's here. You're kind of by yourself here. But do you see the two flowers here? You're not meant to be by yourself. You're meant to be included in something. You're meant to be part of something or contributing to something. And then here you have this flower here. So you're not, it's like you're like, I don't want this to sound totally corny, but this is what Spirit is showing me. You're meant to blossom. You're meant to show your true potential, but you can't do it here because it's not conducive to you showing what you can do. There's no growth here. You're stuck, you're stagnant. And so part of it is letting go of, for some reason, there's like a fear of letting go of this. There's a fear of something. There's a fear that I'm hearing like, well, if I believe in myself, if I believe I can do this, what if I can't do it? What if I say I can do it, but then I really can't, and then I'm a failure? Okay, I'm getting something like that. But finding freedom from those thoughts is allowing you to move forward. And there's something about you finding like your soul tribe, finding your purpose, finding your people, finding the right environment where you're appreciated, where you appreciate the people and the environment that you're in, and everything just starts to come together. So we have 33 with heart, love, the unconditional center. This is what I was just talking about. You finding your soul tribe, you finding, the people who appreciate you, you appreciating other people. Also, you believing in yourself, you giving yourself unconditional love, okay? Because something happened here that made you feel wounded or traumatized or something like that. And not every situation is going to be like this, okay? So There's great power in not letting this control you anymore and in moving forward. And I'm telling you, once you do that, you're going to love the people, places, and things that come into your life. Let me move these over a little bit so that later on we'll have room for your tarot cards in the corner there. Okay. What else do you want to tell pile number 3? Pile number 3, please. Okay. Netcaster, preparations come to fruition. Yeah. Putting your ideas into something, putting your hopes and your dreams, going after something, it's going to work for you. It's just getting past this little spot here, getting past this, because, you know, I just keep seeing this where this rain is coming down and you're like stuck in the mud. I keep seeing that here. It seems to be some kind of thought process or some kind of environment that you're in that seems to be oppressive. You're not around your people. You're not in the right environment for you. And I feel like there's something with a fear of, well, what if the next situation is even worse? But it's not going to be. Okay, that's what we're looking at today. We're looking at changes in your life that you will love. So Spirit is telling me that you need to take a leap of faith. You need to prepare for changes, take a leap of faith, and you're going to land in the perfect place. Okay, this card is drawing my attention. Moon, Maiden, and New Beginnings. No wonder this card was calling my attention. You're not meant to be here. You have so much light, so much love, so much like compassion, so much to offer the world. This is not meant for you. Preparations come to fruition. So I really feel that as soon as you start preparing to take a step forward, as soon as you realize how powerful you are, how powerful your thoughts are, you start to move forward, okay? And you step right into these new beginnings. And I can see how it's going to be difficult for you to see how everything is going to line up, how everything's going to work. I feel like there's a part of you that just needs to take a leap of faith, that just needs to trust that the universe has your back, that your intuition, your spirit guides, the universe is going to help guide you along the way. But I'm feeling like you're going to come up for air. I feel like you've been underwater. I feel like you've been feeling suffocated, all of these things, and that's going to come to an end. That's going to change. You're going to come out of this on the other side. So glad that you pulled like your strength together and that you were able to move on from this. It's just like I'm seeing this whole new world opening for you. This whole new world unfolding for you and truly finding like your soul tribe, your soul people, and things just kind of go together. I'm not sure exactly if this has any meaning to anyone, but these two cards here, you have 31, you have 33, and then here you have 41 and 42. I might get a meaning with that as we go along, but I wanted to point that out. It might mean something to some of you. Okay. What else can you tell us for pile number 3, please? Changes in pile number 3's life that they will love. The 8 of Cups. So this is showing you that you are walking away from something that's no longer fulfilling. If it ever was fulfilling, I feel that you tried to make something happen. I feel that you did your best, But it just ultimately it wasn't fulfilling. There's nothing left for you in this situation. So what do we have in this card? There's freedom. There's movement away from a place of stagnation, a place where your efforts aren't being rewarded. Nothing's happening with your efforts. Nothing's coming about, right? And you're finally seeing the light. You're finally saying, okay, let me be brave and let me move on. And then what happens as a result of that is going to be so much better. And you know what's interesting also with this card is, look, there's like a storm up here. But then it looks like it's clearing right here. You need to like take a deep breath and just take a chance and move away from this. You know what could be keeping you here is that you feel a sense of familiarity over here, and that gives you a sense of comfort, even though this situation is not comforting you at all. Nothing about it is comfortable anymore. But you feel more comfortable staying in like what you know, opposed to moving away from that into the unknown. Like, look, we don't know what cards we're going to lay out down here, and I think that's terrifying to you. But Spirit is saying just take a leap of faith and see what comes up, okay? So we have the Six of Cups. I feel like something's going to pop up out of the blue. Something is going to happen that's very surprising to you, but it's a very, very happy surprise. And I want to say you're going to be surprised. I don't know what else to say here. How do I show you, or, tell you what I'm seeing? It's okay. It's like you finally decide, okay, let me move forward from here. And then you start to walk and walk and walk, but your head is down. And then all of a sudden someone says, oh, excuse me. And you're like, oh, I'm sorry, because you almost bumped into someone. And it's this right here. And then someone's like, no, like, it's okay. I have this for you. And you're like, what? And they're like, well, you kind of like bumped into me, but here's something for you. So it's like you walk right into a new opportunity. So it's like you prepared for this before, okay? So you may have prepared for this over here, but it never really came to fruition. So then you're leaving that situation with a feeling of, okay, I just failed at this situation. But what you don't know is when you walk away from it here, look at this card, you're carrying something with you, which is what you had originally for this situation, because you've already prepared for this, but you think that the entire thing is just over and that you have to give up on the entire idea, but that's not what's happening here. And then all of a sudden, as you walk away from that, something happens. Out of the blue, you're surprised. And then this original thing over here, it's like the idea is kind of reborn again, or something like that is happening. This new beginning is happening with the Six of Cups, but it's very, very surprising that it's happening so soon, or in the way that it happens, or something like that. Yeah, so here you have the Devil card. The only thing that is stopping you from moving forward is your fear. Okay, remember I talked about you're more comfortable staying over here where you are, staying in this uncomfortable situation. You're more comfortable doing that. Like, this is more comfortable for you than moving forward into the unknown here. You have a fear of the unknown. You have a fear of what's to come. What if nothing arrives? What if it's worse? And Spirit is saying it's not going to be worse. It's going to be better. Look at what I just told you. It's going to be better. And then you get the Sun card. Now, what's interesting here is this person over here is actually pregnant, okay? So new beginnings that we talked about over here with Moon Maiden, there's new beginnings that you're going to celebrate. Things are happening, things are taking shape. You can, okay, so there's something unexpected that happens here. Something very, very positive but unexpected that happens here. It's like the minute you walk away from this and move forward for a little while, it's really not that long, all of a sudden something happens here. It's very surprising. And I feel that you have a fear connected to this because it's so surprising. You weren't expecting it yet. And it's kind of like, am I ready for this? What if the same thing that happened over here happens again? And you're kind of back and forth, back and forth. If you look at the people in this card, they look very fearful. There's an offer that's being made here, but it's like, oh, I don't know if I can trust this. But what Spirit is saying is that that's just your fears. When you look at the reality of the situation of you accepting this and moving forward with it, this is an amazing new beginning for you. There's celebration here. The people that you will be around here, they celebrate you. You celebrate them. Your energy just flows. Everything is so much better. There's so much growth here. And I feel like a goal that you had is coming to fruition. The Page of Wands, yeah, something that you're passionate about, a goal that you have, a plan, an idea, something like that. Spirit is saying, pack your bags and just go for it. Don't dwell on the fear. Don't dwell on what if that happens? What if this happens? What if this doesn't happen? You know, all of the what ifs. Don't worry about that. Spirit is saying that you are prepared, and any little details that you don't know as you go along, you'll be able to figure it out as you go, okay? You're getting your spark back when you break away from this. We have the Four of Swords. You don't have to worry. You don't have to. There's so much worry over here. Spirit says the best thing for you is getting freedom from two things. Freedom from this situation, walking away from it like we see here, and freedom from your fears that we see here with the Devil card. So Spirit says that the universe is going to work in mysterious ways. Look at the spider webs here, okay? That to me indicates mystery, like things, fate, destiny weaving together and creating this interesting scenario that's happening here in the Six of Cups, okay? You're very protected going forward on this journey here. You're very protected. The Nine of Cups. This is a dream come true, your wish coming true, right? Your new beginnings happening and seeing great success from that. So I feel with these new beginnings that are happening, you have 9 here, and I'm feeling like within 9 months, you're going to see dramatic changes. Dramatic. So less than a year. Okay. So that can be 2 different scenarios here. That can be 9 months or less from the time that you actually break free from this, or it can be 9 months or less from the time that you get this new opportunity. But I feel like the time in between walking away from this and this new opportunity is relatively short. You know, time for everyone, for some people a week seems like 2 months, right? So time is relative, but what I'm feeling here is that from the time you walk away from this to the time when this new opportunity arrives, I feel it's like less than 3 months, okay? 3 months or less. And then you get this new opportunity, and then this other stuff starts to develop, and everything is so much better. It's night and day. It's actually better than here. You have 8 cups here. This did not work out. Here it's worked out, but it's worked out much better because here you have 9 cups. Okay, so it's working out better for you here. So absolutely, there's something about like whenever you watch this and whenever you get freedom from this here, a year from that point, when you get freedom from here, it's like you don't even recognize your situation anymore in a very positive way. These new beginnings are going to take hold of your life, and it's you're not alone anymore. You have support, you have beautiful energy around you, and you're just absolutely loving and enjoying where you end up. The Queen of Swords. So with the Queen of Swords, you put a plan into action. You worked through the difficulties. You got through it. You know, especially here, you got your freedom because you started looking at things differently. You realized that the only thing holding you back was your fear of moving forward, moving away from something. So I feel like you become much, much stronger, much clearer about like having strength to walk away from something, having strength to say no to something. I feel like that's something that comes out of this whole situation here. And you also have like this clarity of where you're going and knowing that you will never go back to where you were over here. The Emperor, yeah, absolutely. Preparations come to fruition. Remember this card up here? And you have the Emperor. Look at the plans that you're making here. You're brainstorming, you're thinking, you're plotting, you're putting your fears aside. You're moving forward away from this. You're making things happen. And it really does turn out better than you originally thought. It's so much more fulfilling. I feel like someone or something that was involved over here was holding you back from your true potential. And that was part of the problem. Excuse me. That was part of the problem. That is why you needed freedom from this situation over here. Because with the Emperor card, you're very powerful. You have a great vision. Like here on the Page of Wands, you have this vision. You look at how you left here the 8 of Cups with this bag, with your bag here. And you have the bag here in the Page of Wands. So you're inspired by something, you're starting over, starting something new, and you go from the Page of Wands to the Emperor, okay? This is a strong idea, something that's going to come true. You have what it takes to make this happen. We have the Hermit card. So with the Hermit card, this, okay, you're coming out of this period here and you're gaining your freedom. You're getting insight. You're understanding why things happened. You have a plan now. You're not letting your fears hold you back anymore. You have your strength back. You're moving forward. There's excitement. There's adventure. You're ready to bring something out into the world. And didn't I tell you there was something about number 9? Remember we talked about 9 months, a year at most from beginning to end when you see this great transformation, this great success. And here you have number 9 again. There's something about 9 months. I mean, for some of you, I suppose it could be 9 weeks, but I'm really, really getting 9 months here is really resonating with me, where these plans that you were developing here with the Emperor card, within 9 months of really putting in the effort and the hard work into that, you're starting to come out of this planning phase and you're starting to see results from all of the hard work that you've put into something. Yeah, and you're no longer stuck. You have freedom. Okay, this 8 of Swords is taking us back over here to the original card with freedom. You think you're stuck here. You feel like you're stuck here, but you're really not. Your first tarot card is showing you walking away from this situation right here. So you're getting your freedom back. Okay, you're realizing that there's a solution, that you're not meant to stay over here anymore. Okay, I feel that there's something you're getting a hold of, like your fears, your anxiety. You're getting a hold of that. And as you put yourself out there, as you move forward with whatever this is that you're working on here, you get your confidence back. You feel really secure and you feel like, you know what, I can make this happen. You feel accomplished and you feel like this is just the beginning for you. Okay. And you're going to love the changes that happen, that come about from all this transformation that you're going through here. The King of Cups is your last card. Look at this. You have a vision here. You had that vision with like the, what is this called? It's not, is that a telescope? I think the smaller ones or something. Is it? I don't know. But anyway, you get the picture, right? So you had the vision here with the Emperor. You put that plan into action. You've realized that you're sitting on your throne here as the King of Cups. You're happy, you're accomplished, you're feeling so much better than you did over here. You have freedom here, okay? Emotional freedom, freedom from your fears. There's success here. It's so much lighter here. You're really enjoying your accomplishments here. You're sitting back, you're enjoying your accomplishments, and you're setting your sights on your next accomplishment that you're going to start planning for with this this telescope thing that's here, okay? Such an amazing journey that you have ahead of you. I wish you so much luck. And if you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe. If you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching.